I just bought these billet twin turbo upgrades from Temu for only $100.
I also got this pneumatic tire machine for $300, and this rechargeable oil change pump was only 20 bones. Today we're going to use these tools and more to fix up and upgrade my $1,300 twin turbo BMW. Now, last we worked on this car, we got it to the point where it was running pretty good, but it would smoke under boost, which can definitely be a symptom of worn out turbos. We're going to try to fix them with these replacement turbo cartridges that Temu had for around $100 each. Now, if you haven't tried shopping Temu for auto parts and tools, you gotta check it out. The prices are unbelievable, no matter if you're looking for a little ignition tester like this or a heavy duty transmission jack, they really have it all. And check this out, if you want to get a $100 coupon bundle, all you got to do is download the Temu app. The link is down in the description. You're going to search this code right here. When you do, it's going to pop up a bunch of my favorite tools and, of course, that $100 coupon bundle. You're going to see stuff like the long neck cordless ratcheting wrench, which comes with a couple batteries and a handful of sockets. This is an amazing deal right here. And of course, we've got the wireless oil pump. I love this. I'm going to show you why here in a moment, but for a little bit over 20 bucks. It is awesome. You're going to find a bunch of amazing tools, tech, and gadgets here at amazing prices. All you got to do is download the Temu app at that link down in the description box. Make sure you just search that special code and you'll find everything I'm about to show you today and all the stuff I use on a regular basis when I'm working on my cars.
If you ever took your car to the dealer with a turbo issue, it would cost a fortune since they recommend a replacement. And each one of these units would just be a few $1,000s a pop. That's why these turbo cartridges are such a popular upgrade and repair part. This contains all the stuff that will wear out in your factory turbo. It is a factory fit, and since it has the upgraded billet compressor wheel and it's a lighter material, it spools quicker, making for a punchier low end. Rebuilding a turbo using one of these cartridges is definitely a DIY job. The turbo comes apart with just a handful of different fasteners and clamps, and once it's separated, your old cartridge will pull right out. From there, you seat the new one in place, make sure it's all flush, and use some of the new gaskets that come along with it, and put it back together in reverse order. All right, both of our turbos have their new cartridges installed. This took us about an hour and a half for both of them. Now we got to get them back in the car, but before we could take it for a drive, there's a few other problems we got to take care of. We're going to replace the transpan on this car. There's a handful of different torque screws all around it to take out, and I'm going to use this right here, the CC long neck ratcheting wrench. I've actually had this tool now for about 2 or 3 months, and when I first bought it, I was like, the long neck, is it going to get in the way? And I can't tell you how much better I like this and how much more I reach for this than my short electric ratcheting wrench. This is a brushless motor and it's got plenty of power for removing all your standard screws, like for an oil pan or transmission pan. And the cool thing is it actually comes with 2 batteries and a bunch of sockets, and you're gonna pay like less than half of one of the name brand ones you find at the hardware store. And because I like that electric ratchet so much, I wanted to see what they had in a 1/2-inch impact. This one came with 2 batteries, a bunch of sockets, and does like 650 foot-pounds of torque. So you know it's not gonna have any problem taking off a lug nut. But what's really impressive is how it just zips off these 36mm bearing nuts. Now in a moment we'll be doing a little bit more work on this other exotic car, but for the money, this impact gun is awesome, and it's the type that you could just throw in the back of your truck and have ready for whenever you need it. To refill our pan, we're gonna use an electronic fluid transfer pump. Now I use these all the time to do topside oil changes because they're relatively mess-free and they're just really, really awesome. But this one is even better than your standard one because you might notice there's no alligator clips or power leads hanging off of it. This one has a rechargeable battery built in. All you do is press the button and send the fluid where you want it. At this point, I'm hopeful the car should drive great, but the one thing it's not doing is stopping as the brakes are shot. So we pulled out the old warm parts and swapped in a fresh new kit. With the brand new brakes installed on our BMW, all we got to do is bleed them, and we're not going to do the 2-person, 1 person pushes on the pedal, 1 person opens it. You don't know what the heck's going on, and it takes forever. I've been using pressure bleeders now for a few years. This one only costs 30 bucks, and there's no air compressor required. All we're going to do is pump it up, and we'll have these brakes bled in a few minutes. This kit came with a handful of different tools, seals, and caps. This is the appropriate one to fit our BMW. Just go ahead and spin it on
the reservoir. Now I'll take the slip-on fitting here on the tank and push it over. And before we add brake fluid to this canister here, what I want to do is just build some pressure in the system that'll assure that we install everything right, all our hoses are tight, and we don't have any external leaks or problems. The needle has stayed in the same place, so we'll release the pressure from the tank. Now the kit comes with this little cap wrench here, and we'll use it to open up the filler, and then we'll just add our brake fluid to it. And now we pump again. Since the brake fluid's so new and clean, you can hardly see it, but this line is filled all the way with fluid. You can see a tiny little air bubble right there. I'm starting with the passenger side since it's further away from the reservoir. We'll take our catch bottle, push it over that. Let's crack open our bleeder screw and let it rip. You can see it right there. So the pressure from the tank is actively bleeding the brakes. And you can see we're catching all of our fluid nice and clean, no drips. We'll tighten this bleeder screw really quick. All right, that should be good. All right, we're finally almost ready to test out those turbo upgrades, but before we do, we got to tighten up those wheels since we had them off earlier. To do that, I'm going to use this snazzy digital 1/2-inch torque wrench. This is so cool. It doesn't just beep, the handle actually vibrates along with it. You know what one of these things would cost on a tool truck? And this one, it's only about 50 bucks. With the car buttoned up on a super budget, we took it for a spin and really gave it the gas. And I gotta tell you, it's completely been transformed. The power delivery from the turbos feels so smooth now. And while there was a little smoke here and there, it's continually getting much better. We're going to continue to make this car the ultimate daily driver on a super budget, so make sure you're following along to see how it holds up. And speaking of holding up, there's another cool gadget I wanted to show you that's high up on my list of most used shop tools. These might look like your typical set of solid metal car ramps, but they're hiding a little magic underneath their platforms. Now, even on a car like this, with the ramps in their lowest position, we have ample room to slide under and get to everything we need to do an oil change. Now, anyone who's ever worked underneath a car knows you can never get enough room, and for that, there's an 11,000-pound bottle jack underneath each one of these platforms. Now, before we get under the car, there's safety locks that you go, just push in either side. Look at the difference. Look how much more room there is to get stuff done. You can get some serious work done with these things elevated all the way up in the air. I'm done on the underside of the car. I've got all the oil drained out, got the new filter installed. So all we gotta do is come over here. We'll just pull out the safety pins and then just let it down. And what's nice is you can see it's really controllable. If you've ever watched my channel, you know I break out the ramps frequently since I have cars parked everywhere and these go anywhere. It's just a versatile tool. But before you pull the trigger on these, you want to make sure they're compatible with your car. Since they do have a bit of an incline to them, sports cars like this won't really go up them very easily without tapping the bumper on the front. Most modern sedans, compact SUVs, all the way up to large SUVs, you know, these have a huge weight capacity, so all of those are going to work fine. But things that are low to the ground can struggle a bit driving up ramps. So again, just check the dimensions. You can check them all out at the link down in the description box and make sure that they're compatible with your project before you go and give them a shot. So check this out. We got to get our wheel bearing out here. It's bad, but our axle shaft is stuck inside. We can hit it all day long. It's not moving at all with this mount. A lot of you might say, well, use a sledgehammer. We're not going to use a sledgehammer on this expensive car with expensive parts. We've got a much
easier and inexpensive solution by using this tool right here.
This amazing tool is simply called a hydraulic gear puller. Imagine a 3-jaw puller, but supercharged with a hydraulic ram on the end of it. You just take the rod right here and just give it a couple pumps. And with not even 2 pumps, this thing is popping right out.
And it's out. Look at that.
When we want to retract that ram, all we do is turn the knob here. And there you go. Recently, I've worked on a few cars that have had some fuel system issues, and I've always wanted one of these fancy injector flow testers, but they can cost well over $1,000. Temu had this one for under $100, so I figured we had to give it a shot. The setup here is really simple. All you do is drop the fluid tubes in. Now it fits most injectors with multiple adapters included. Then all you got to do is just hook up some power.
So this is really simple. There's just 2 modes, M for manual, A for automatic. And in manual mode, you're going to set this number here as if it were engine RPMs, and the injectors will fire as if the engine is turning 950 RPMs. If we change it to automatic mode, this is for seconds. So right here, this will be a 30-second test where we'll actually ramp up the RPMs from like idle to red line and show you the flow pattern in each tube here. To get this started, all you do is turn on the pump. That's going to send our test fuel into the injectors. And then we're going to leave it in automatic mode here for 30 seconds. And let's watch it fire. In manual mode, you can actually change the RPMs here on the fly. So there you go. We've run this dry, but you can see we're still maintaining equal levels on both tubes. Our injectors tested well. And this is one of those tools that I've always wanted but could never justify because they can be really expensive. You'll see a lot of them for like $700, $800, $900. But this one costs under $100. And if you've ever diagnosed a faulty fuel system, specifically when it comes to injectors, you know that it can be tricky to track down which one is bad. Or in some cases, if the car's been sitting a while, all they need is just a little bit of cleaning. This will take care of that problem and allow you to DIY it.
Now, when I saw this tire machine for only $300, a pneumatic tire machine, I had to give it a shot. This has a foot pedal, it has the bead breaker, and of course the spindle up top with the duck head helper arm. And well, it works. Now this is good for your basic tires, things that go on your regular passenger cars, and it will even support up to, I believe, a 21-inch wheel. Right here, we've got your standard sizes, either a 16 or 17-inch. You just hook this up to an airline and it works just like you'd imagine. You use the bottom part here to break the bead. We went and did it front to back, and from there, you put it up top on the spindle here, and you fix all of the hardware. You put the arm in place, set the duck head in the right spot, and then use the included 20-inch pry bar here to just pull that tire off the rim. Each quarter turn or so, you gotta go and lift this arm up and move it back into one of the further holes, and then you can continue to rotate the tire until it's completely off the rim. It really comes with everything you need, including this air gun with the pressure gauge here. And if you look at the size of it, obviously it's a lot smaller than your standard tire machine. They do advertise it as portable. So you could kind of fold this up, take the stabilizer bar off the bottom here, and throw this in the back of your pickup or in the back of a van, no problem. These two tools are really inexpensive, and out of everything I've shown you today, if you're a DIYer, you need to have these in your toolbox. This one is a spark plug tester. This one is an ignition tester. tester. And a lot of mechanics back in the day would tell you if your car's running rough, start with a new set of plugs and coils. And well, that made a lot of sense again back in the day when these parts were really cheap. But now a single iridium spark plug can cost you over 20 bucks. Don't get me started on the cost of ignition coils, especially for these cars. These jobs can turn into several hundred or a few $1,000s by the time you're done with them. And well, everyone tells you again, just go swap the spark plugs out. They don't cost that much, but if they look decent, why should you swap them out? Just run them through this spark plug tester. It's really simple. They just go into each port here, and then the dial will replicate the engine speed and RPMs, and you can see how the plugs fire. Now they make a few different types of these ignition testers. This one costs literally just a few dollars. It's my favorite type because it's all mechanical. There's no power source needed. You just are going to clamp the little alligator clip here onto a ground, and then you're going to watch for the spark inside the little area here. Once you plug this in line with a coil and you turn your car over, you just look. But ignition coils can be really tricky, and sometimes they're intermittently failing or they just get really weak. And that's where this threaded screw becomes really handy, because if you thread it most of the way out, your coil has to work harder to produce that spark. And so if you've got a weak ignition coil, this can sniff that out. And then in the case of one of our ignition coils on this V12 car back here, well, it just wasn't working at all. And when we were turning the car over, we saw no spark whatsoever. So this is a really simple tool in the way it works, but it is so effective. And when an ignition coil can cost over $100 easily on these exotic cars, this thing has saved me so much frustration and money really by having it around. Now guys, I hope you enjoyed this Temu tool tryout. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. Let me know which one of the tools you use or like the most down in the comment section, and check out Temu. I've personally been shopping there over the last few years because they have unbelievable tools, like I showed you, small and large, at prices that just can't be beat anywhere else. And I use this stuff on a day-to-day basis. A lot of the tools you see around here, a lot of the tools that you see on my videos came from Temu. You can download it at the link down in the description, and when you're in the app, make sure you search for this code right here. That's going to get you that $100 coupon bundle. Anyone can get it. All you got to do is download that Temu app. And I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day to watch. I'll catch you very soon.